Look what the early turn's blown in. You done something in the bed, old sonny?
Quiet night?
Oh, so sorry, you know. Smelling a bit glamorous this morning, aren't we?
It is a dodo, it's all yours.
No legacies.
Not that I know of.
Nice to know I'm wanted.
Morning.
Morning. Much as I like chatting, Andrew, I have a hot bed waiting.
Well, that's rubbing it in. Shot.
We're all somebody's baby, I suppose.
I thought it was the Marie Celeste.
Just the one in, Bob. Sleeping like a baby.
He feels better than I do.
Sleeping Beauty's got a slight cut on the bonds.
Police surgeon?
He came, but the prisoner wouldn't be examined. It's all in the book.
Seriously, look, Tosh has asked me to pass it on. The tickets for the charity raffle in the Overton Arms on Thursday night are like hen's teeth.
Oh, we had a few naughty calls there last night.
Manager's been a good friend to the lads.
Yeah, if you're CID.
What, Terry McMullen? He's slimy.
Yeah, anyway, look, we're getting a back room for free. Can't be fairer than that.
Expecting an exam on it?
Is this right?
What?
3 calls to the Overton Arms.
Oh, 4 if you count the drunk locked up outside.
This McMullen needs sorting out.
Oh, Terry? He's as good as gold. Listen, before you go brown-nosing into the bosses, this has been waiting in the fridge since Monday night.
This arrest of yours was at 12:15.
So what?
He's obviously been drinking after hours.
Have a nice day.
Hey, Bob. Sorry I'm late, mate. Radio alarm's on the blink. If the cat hadn't jumped on me, I'd still be snoring.
No sweat. With Maitland on, we could both go home.
A boy wonder, huh?
Yeah, he's got it all worked out, hasn't he?
And finally, an old hairy chestnut.
Leeds.
Mr. Brownlow's winding himself up about hats. Now, I'm not banging the drum because I realise there are circumstances where they aren't feasible. But I agree with the boss. So, you've been told. Right, Sergeant, take over. See me before you go out.
So. Right. I've observed you lot for long enough now. It's time you were given my rules of engagement. I've never seen such a bunch of untidy, laid-back people in my life. And you're going to find I don't sweep problems under the carpet. Problem, Ford?
Sorry, Sarge.
Of course it's a nippy such.
Yes, and that crass response illuminates exactly what I mean. Everything has to be flippant, hasn't it?
Been a bit hard, aren't you, son?
There are 2 things I'll not tolerate. Bent coppers and drinking on duty.
Oh, come on, Sarge. That's not fair.
Yeah, as their elected representative, I must concur on behalf of my brother and sister Ellison.
You're not the only one federated, Hollis.
But casting doubts on our honesty and integrity without any cause, well, it's under the belt.
I'm with Reg on that.
Okay. I don't bear grudges, but I've got a good memory, and you all know where I'm coming from. I'm not after winning any popularity competitions, but give the job 100% and I'll back you. That's a promise. Right, that's it.
I reckon we're going to have problems with Maitland.
Yeah.
I mean, that crack about the demon drink, he was definitely looking at you. I mean, it might be a good idea to give the Overton Arms a wide berth for a while.
You can, I'm not.
All right, boys? Oh, smash you, mate. Cheers. All right.
Bacon butty would go down better.
I'll be on this number. Mr. Brownlow knows where I am if needed. I'll have a word with Bob as well.
So. There's one thing I wanted to clear with you, sir. The Overton Arms.
What about it?
I'd like to have a go at the manager.
Oh?
4 calls there last night. Seems the night shift done little about him.
Yes, I saw the messages. You do know CID have a good relationship, eh?
It's unhealthy, sir. Plus, I've got my eye on a couple from the relief.
Loxton and Quinnan?
I think it's the attitude of the other reliefs rubbing off, sir.
If they're drinking on duty, stamp on it.
It'll be done right, sir.
As for CID, though, tread carefully. I think they're onto something. The DI makes a better friend than an enemy, and there's some merit in knowing where the villains are.
Getting too cosy, sir. Mr. Burnside's postulations don't really bother me.
No, I don't suppose they do. Look, do what you have to, but use discretion.
I will, sir.
And if you need help, use Bob Cryer as a sounding board.
I'm old enough to look after myself, sir.
Hey, look at that, gent. The natives were certainly restless last night.
Couple of broken windows that should have burnt the place down.
What, and make CID homeless? That's one of the very few original pubs left in Scannell, that. It's got atmosphere.
The manager's a snake.
Hey, he does a lot for charity.
So did the Craze.
Not a Methodist by any chance, are you?
Just go and get the teas, will you?
Right.
I'm away out, Bob. I've given Maitland a number where I can be contacted.
All right, no sweat. I've only got the one in. I'll probably bail him before 9.
Keep an eye on Maitland, will you? I know confidence is a good thing, but he seems to have a bigger helping than anybody else.
He's quite capable, isn't he?
Of what, though, I asked myself?
Well, if you want me to be his guardian angel, so be it.
It was more the relief I was thinking of.
What are you doing in the station, Hollis?
Oh, I left something, son.
What?
Urgent courage, son.
I wasn't born yesterday, Hollis. Get back out on the streets.
Son.
Yes? Right, okay, Alec. Oh, listen, Alec. You can pass the word around. If anyone wants to play silly beggars with me, I'm just in the mood for it. Just been subjected to a juvenile prank. Yes. Well, I don't think it is humorous. Need some help?
Pardon? Oh, yeah. It's, I need a witness for Billy. Yeah, just stand there.
Oh, the yob from the Overton Arms.
Right, the charge is being drunk, caught in a month.
There's no way I'm turning up.
Well, it's up to you. The date's on the top. You haven't got any properties. That just leaves your head, right?
Yeah, it was a liberty.
Is it all right?
If I said no, would it make any difference?
Are you injured?
You said that as if you didn't know.
You refused treatment last night. Are you changing your mind?
Get
Do you mind? Well?
You're all in the same bed together, aren't you? Hey? Oh, what is the point? It's one law for one and another for people like me.
Meaning what?
Best if you say.
You know how I got it.
No, I don't.
He's telling the truth.
It was your pal, wasn't it?
Police officer did that to you.
Which tree have you jumped from, black ear?
Pardon?
Wipe your left ear. It's embarrassing. Well?
McMullen.
The manager of the Overton Arms.
How many McMullens do you know? He used a shotgun on me! That's how I got this.
Go around the back if you want.
Stay where you are, Loxton.
Open this door!
All right, all right. All right. Keep your wool on.
Open this door now, Mr. McMullen.
Okay, I want to get hold of Munro. Maitland knows where he is. Yeah.
Is there a scream on?
Ted Roach arrived yet?
Come on, it's only 9 o'clock.
Then you're going to have to step into the breach.
What is he?
Billy Thorogood.
Been belting someone, has he?
No, not this time. He's been examined by the police surgeon, head injury.
He was lucky to have been hit there, otherwise he might have hurt himself.
No, I'm not in the mood, Tosh. I've already got an overzealous sergeant tearing the place apart to get hold of Terry McMullen.
This is a dream.
No dream, Mr. McMullen. I've reason to believe that a man was threatened with a shotgun outside these premises last night.
Tell him. Well, you boys don't have to come heavy-handed in here. Ask Ted Roach. Shotgun. Someone's winding you up, son.
So you won't mind if I look round?
Be my guest. Careful with the wife, though. She's still a bit fragile. Tosh Lyons was in here last night. Made a big hole in the pork sandwiches.
Very interesting.
You coming to the charity do?
Nope. Stay there.
Yeah, go on. Don't forget, the wife is not a morning person. You want a livener?
You must be joking.
Sierra Oscar 3 from Sierra Oscar.
Sierra Oscar 3 from Sierra Oscar.
5 minutes, Sierra Oscar. Radio not secure.
Oh, what a nice way to be woken up.
What the hell does that cowboy think he's doing?
Insecure radio.
My arse, you tell him to get back here immediately. This is a CID inquiry. It's got nothing at all to do with the uniforms.
See if you can get any small change.
Sergeant Maitland from Detective Sergeant Roach. Sergeant
Maitland from Detective Sergeant Roach. I want to speak to you urgent, real present assignment.
Ah, now we'll get some action.
I repeat, this is Detective Sergeant Roach. Please
I say, you boys put on a really good bluff for the earwigs on the scanners.
Hey, this isn't a show for the benefit of someone who might think you're a bit iffy.
Ted Roach, now there's a bloke I really rate. First-class detective. Should have been given another one up years ago.
You're not listening, are you, Terry?
Look, for a one-act play, it's not bad, but come on, we're cushy in here.
Terry, he means it.
You what? You mean that cadet upstairs is really looking for a shooter? Oh, why didn't you tell me?
This yours?
Yeah? No, look, I can't explain. It's complicated.
I'll say.
I want to talk to Ted Roach. You've got to let me talk to him.
I'd like to talk to you about this down at the station. You can see him then, OK?
I've told you, you can't.
You're coming with us and we're going to have to arrest you.
But don't you think we should speak with Ted Roach?
You don't realise what you're doing to me. Annie, do something.
I am. Watching.
Well, maybe if you told us a bit more, instead of sitting on things, we wouldn't be in this situation.
You don't seem to understand. This is First Division. Not only has that clown wrecked a bloody good capture, but he's also put McMullen's life in severe danger.
Well?
I think you better tell them, Doctor. Well, at least he hasn't been shot.
Oh, it gets worse.
You won't say how he came by his injury, but in my judgment, it's a minor laceration, probably caused by a fall against a doorpost or a fence.
Marvellous. Billy's given you a story, and Maitland's done exactly what Billy wanted him to do.
Yeah, do you know, I reckon all the skippers round here are playing at the moon.
Let's hope it's not contagious, then.
Yeah. There's 4 more tickets sold, mate.
It's off.
Well, what do you mean?
McMullen's told us to stick it where the monkey stuffs its nuts.
Bastard.
True colours, eh?
Yeah, excuse me, Reg.
Ah, well, not to worry, eh? We're getting out of venue.
You know, Reg, I never thought I'd hear myself say it.
What's that, Tom?
I envy her. I really do.
Now, according to the uniforms, you said that McMullen used a shotgun.
Did I?
Are you saying it didn't happen?
What?
Now, listen, bullethead. I'm an expert in deviousness, but I can also give good advice, so I suggest you muse on it.
OK, I'm musing.
Good. And think very carefully about where I'm going to offload any crap, should someone feel like switching the fan on.
You don't want me to make a complaint, do you?
Is that what I said?
Protect McMullen. That's what you want.
I'm a copper, Billy. I protect everybody, and that includes you. So, what's the story going to be on a paper?
You tell me.
No, Billy. Your ball. This is your decision. All I can do is make sure that you understand the consequences, whichever way you go.
Funny thing, musing, isn't it? Sort of concentrates things.
Take your time, Billy.
These are very serious allegations, Mr. McMullen.
On tape, you said?
Procedure's been fully explained to you. If you want me to do it again...
No, it's all right. You've been very fair. I just want to know the tape's on before I do anything.
Good. Now you're being sensible. What do you think you're doing?
Ma!
What the hell do you think you're doing?
I have to speak.
Interview halted for conference with Sergeant Cryer. 10:40 a.m. In the middle of a critical interview there.
Looked like a proposal of marriage to me.
Everything this shift has to be trivialised, hasn't it?
It depends which end you're at, but I'm not going into all of that. There's been a development I think you ought to know about. Billy Thorogood. Reckons he hit his head on a wall.
That's ridiculous. Oh, I see. The famous Sergeant Roach. Retraction.
You've got nothing.
No further action, just like that.
You can't see the wood for the trees, can you? Without a complaint, you've got nothing.
This'll do it.
You were lucky he didn't give you one of those barrels, Billy.
Yeah, well, at least we all know now for definite he's a grass, eh?
You what? Hey! This has been a setup.
Up yours, fat man.
You're telling me Billy Thorogood has been hit on the head with a gun by McMullen and refusing to make a complaint?
Roach has persuaded him to retract.
Whoa, you've evidence to support that?
It seems funny he only changed his mind after Roach saw him.
Well, I suggest you take that up with him. But from where I'm standing, you've got no case. Unless the gun's dodgy.
I'm looking into the shotgun offences, sir, but I felt you had to know.
So you've told me. Quite frankly, Billy Thorogood is an evil little turd. McMullen would have done us all a favour if he'd done the job properly. Not only would justice have been served, but the Overton Arms problem would have been solved.
With respect, sir, that's no justification.
No, but it's a fact of life. Why lose any sleep over it? There'll be other days.
Oh, this is where you're hiding.
Hold it right there, Sergeant.
Do you know what he's done?
Lower your tone or I know what I'll do, Sergeant.
Not only has he blown out a top-level operation, but he's put a registered informant at serious risk.
I make no apologies for doing my job.
We can't be held responsible for botching a job we knew nothing about, Sergeant.
Mr. Burnside and I have been on this for weeks. Do you think it's just by accident that McMullen has got the Overton Arms? And now it's all for nothing.
Don't worry, I intend seeing Frank Burnside about this. But I'm certainly not having the likes of you coming in here bawling me out. Do I make myself clear?
OK, you've got the rank, sir. But just let me tell you what game you're in. Do you know Thomas Calvi Purvis?
Yes, he's a crime squad target.
Never heard of him.
You wouldn't.
Finish your story, Sergeant.
Well, the gun that you confiscated belonged to Purvis. He was going to use it on a job. We were going to be told when he collected it so we could jack the surveillance up.
Oh, this smells. You mean you knew McMullen had a shotgun?
Well, he's got a shotgun certificate. He can have as many as he wants.
Only if it's registered.
I don't want to hear any more. I'm taking this up with Mr. Brownlow as well.
Oh, he should have known. Nobody's got the stomach for real police work anymore.
Enough.
And as for you...
Leave it there, Sergeant.
Well, that is your prerogative, sir. But there is no way that I will ever let him into the witness box behind me. And if anything happens to McMullen, this all comes back to your door.
Get out! A probationer could have dealt with this more efficiently. McMullen's even got a bloody shotgun certificate.
I was only dealing with it as I saw fit, sir.
I told you to be discreet as far as the CID went.
Are you saying you knew about it?
I'll leave you to work that one out.
Are you sure you don't want me to come in with you?
No, this is my show.
Burnside's going to do his trolley on this one.
Yeah, well, not if I can rescue it.
Oh, hold your breath.
Come back in half an hour. Things are bad enough without you being clocked in the car.
Yeah, all right. Here, take this with you.
No, this is what I need.
This is for safety. I'll feel happier. Go on.
You're getting old, son.
Oh, Sarge, if you do manage to sweetheart him, will you ask him if he'll reconsider about the charity do?
You're getting as bad as Hollis.
On the line for you and Burnside, and you let a wooden top who hasn't got the brains of a rocking horse show me out. No, Ted, I've had it with you and your patter. It stinks.
What's the matter, your bottle gone?
Bottle? It's easy for you to talk about bottle with a team you got.
It has nothing to do with team. It's all about attitude and what's lodged in here.
Talking out of your exhaust. But all I got is a drunken slut and a few half promises of two fat cats. Cheers.
It is no use blaming us for the show out. It was you decided to intimidate Billy with the shooter, and that was an intelligent thing to do.
Oh, so he's got a license to do what he wants.
Don't you realize what's happened? Purvis stuck Billy in as a gun dog just to see which way he would jump, and you dive straight in at the bait.
Oh, but if the blue meanie hadn't come in for the gun and nicked me, things would still have been cushy.
Well, maybe it's just as well it happened, eh? Because if the heat was turned on, you'd have crawled up a drain pipe, and then we would have seen which side you were on.
Yeah, well, one thing's for certain. I'm gonna need a shooter now, or I'm gonna be kneecapped.
By Purvis? He's all mouth.
You haven't got a clue, have you? Listen, the geezer from South London ripped him off for 20 quid. Do you know what he done?
Tell me.
Purvis sewed his mouth up with cheese wire.
It's all wise tales.
But he's forgotten to tell you about the red-hot poker, Sergeant Fish.
You be careful, Purvis. You know I'm a police officer.
Yeah, I know. And I wanted to do for a long, long time. Oh, dear. And it was for such a worthy cause.
I'm warning you, Purvis. You lay a finger on either of us.
I'm terrified.
Assistance required. Overton Arms. Urgent.
Get him!
Unit calling. Repeat your message.
You have time for this, Purvis.
So will you. In hospital.
It was definitely the Overton Arms, Sarge.
All units, urgent assistance call to the Overton Arms. Believe Sergeant Roach in trouble.
Lines on the way. All units note that a man called Thomas Calvi Purvis may be involved. If so, caution to be used. He is extremely violent.
Unit calling. Repeat your message.
Terry?
They made me do it! I wouldn't put you on trade!
I know, but I've a reputation to keep. Never mind. I'll give you time to think about it. Though everything I do to him, I'm gonna double up on you. By the time I'm finished, you're gonna wish I brought my cheese wire, Terry!
What do you think you're going to do with that? Purvis is a maniac. Put it away. If he sees you with that in your hand, you'll give him reason. Hats on, follow me.
The cavalry.
I'll take his head off his shoulders.
No. Let's have some sport first. Nice young fresh one. Tender. Sweet. Right for the plucking. What's the matter, son? Fear gripped your throat. Never mind. I'm a responsible man. You can have first dibs.
No need for violence.
You're right. What do you want? Thanks?
No, a statement will do for the time being. From both of you.
Does this mean the dude's back on for Thursday?